Jody, Jody, Jody.
Da-da-da.
Jody, Jody, Jody.
Ba-da-ba. I thought we was gonna keep going with that.
Welcome to the Warhammer podcast.
Oh wait, we live?
We
Oh,
are running. We are running
yes,
a
okay,
Warhammer
gotcha.
podcast, and it's about boarding actions today, and it's called
and Space Marine.
and Space Marine.
We did talk about that.
And Grotmas a little.
Oh, dude, the Grotmas
a little bit
attachments.
of late
yeah.
Grotmas.
Well,
Do you mind?
dude, bruh. Oh,
Sorry, I
Leo's
had to take a long sip of coffee. Welcome back to the Hangout Heresy, everybody. My name is Leo, and I'm here with my co-hosts,
here.
Brodie
Full
and
announcer
Ethan.
voice and everything.
How are you
I'm
guys
Ethan.
doing?
I'm Ethan.
Yeah.
That's Ethan. I'm Brodie.
That's Brodie.
Listen, I just had to come in and save the podcast.
Yeah.
I was being
I
a
mean,
douche.
you could have warned us that it was live, but you know.
Oh no, I just wanted to be a douche and come in late and just start the recording.
Fair enough.
Huge.
Anyway, we got
Huge bit. They're gonna love it.
dude, yeah.
I'm cutting. I'm not. No. We're mostly authentic on this podcast.
Mostly.
Mostly.
As much as we like to be.
Brodie is a completely synthesized.
Brodie's an AI.
personality. Brodie's an AI personality that we've programmed
Bro, don't tell them
specifically
that.
for a podcast.
Oh shit! Now they know.
And you know about.
did I say
you know
shit
what
too
happens
early?
to AI in the Imperium, motherfucker.
I typed into
Abominable
ChatGPT,
intelligent.
give me any podcast host.
Give me
any single
some
one
guy
you want.
named Brodie.
Just name him Brodie,
And this is what we got.
and he'll be perfect.
And he is.
Something like that.
So,
Anyway.
how's everybody's past week been since we last recorded? I
Well,
think-
you were here for like 3 days out of the past week.
Yeah, because
4 days?
we were doing research
You
for this
live here.
podcast, Brodie.
You live here.
I practically live here. I just
Leo,
don't sleep here.
Leo just sleeps on the couch sometimes, you know.
I think
Gus and Humphrey kind of piss and shit on him all the time. But
Yeah. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
that.
And they make bread on you while you sleep.
It actually is very comfortable to get made bread on.
Bro, I fall asleep on the goddamn couch like.
So yeah, I think our week has
7
been
times a week.
Yeah. We've been playing a lot of Warhammer this week.
and it's
And
actually
Rivals.
it's been
And
so
Marvel Rivals.
well.
but
Oh, right. I have
that goes
a
without a
I have a wager for you that I'd like to introduce.
Oh, Lord.
Ethan, or Ethan and Brodie, just so it's like documented.
Ooh, I love
want
bets.
I want
don't.
to make
quick
the bet.
Quick detour.
Yeah, just quick detour, everybody.
Stay on board.
I want
the
to-
Warhammer
I want to
is
bet-
coming.
Yeah.
This episode on the Hangout Heresy. But real quick,
All right.
wager.
So my bet to both of you is that I can at least make diamond or higher by the end of this season.
Oh,
Diamond
fuck
or
no.
higher this season?
Diamond or higher.
Leo, I will literally buy you a bottle of tequila if you do that.
What's the spending limit on the bottle of tequila?
Like $50.
$50.
Ooh.
I will literally
bottle of
buy you like
tequila.
Don Roberto or something. Like something nice, bro.
Something nice
There's no
if you
fucking
can
way you
get
make diamond.
Watch me. I grinded to gold in the last 3 days of the of the server or the what's it called? The season.
Zero.
The season 0 being over.
Well,
Bro.
I don't know,
Let's
man.
see.
What's
I think
the
I-
current rank? What's the current
The
rank?
current rank, I am silver 3.
Silver 3?
Oh,
Yes.
okay, that's
Okay.
not bad.
I climbed out
I thought
of.
you had dipped back.
Yeah, we
No,
thought
no,
you were
no.
still in
That
bronze.
was someone else. I know that.
I mean, I already said
I've-
what I said,
I've-
so I'm
hey-
kind of locked in now.
Hey-
but I said that with the knowledge that you were still like bronze 2 or something.
Hey, listen. Hold on.
Shout outs Tyler.
Here's the thing. I have never been like I've
We
never
love
gone
you,
down
Tyler.
in rank.
My hard stuck goat.
I don't think I've ever gone down in rank.
Ever.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because like
Okay,
I actually
okay.
checked my stats in Marvel. Sorry, this is the Marvel Rivals bit of the podcast.
Warhammer is coming.
The Warhammer is
we'll
coming.
timestamp the Warhammer for
Yeah.
all of you.
Well,
Warhammer
hold on,
heads.
just like scroll through the video and once you hear Warhammer, except for this one, you'll know when it starts.
Well, I mean, it's a bit
Incredible.
late for that now. They're gonna be like, man, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey, y'all are here for the personality, so
Yeah.
we like Marvel Rivals. So
I don't
just,
know. I
just
think
stay
they
along
are
for
here
a
for the
little
war.
bit. Just stay here for a little bit. Just stay here for
what
just
was
a
I
little
talking
bit.
Bro,
with us.
this man plays stat pad night, so I guess
Oh.
he could climb up.
Well, here's the-
Damn, he plays midnight.
midnight.
Brutal.
I don't want to
Stat
hit.
pad.
Do not put any disrespect on Moon Knight's name.
I just did, and I'll do it again, bro.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, dude.
It's just the nature of
Bro,
Listen,
I wish we recorded like any of the games we played this morning in our 8 a.m. rage queue. You already know.
I actually busted out hysterically laughing because I just looked at the stats of our team, and we had an ace Moon Knight with like twice the kills of everyone else, and I had not seen him do anything all game.
Dude, every single time I walked into a fight, I watched this man die.
I started hysterically laughing. I'm like, this dude is not playing the game. What is
just stat pad? No, he got a triple.
Is crazy.
He got a triple kill on the point and just died in overtime in between control points. Like we that was when we started getting on his case for stat padding, because we started just like fucking crying, laughing at him.
Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, then of course the entire game.
But
chat
but Ethan's seen my
him.
final hits ratio to like actual kills.
Yeah, I mean it's been getting better. It's been doing better.
Still stat pad night.
Anyway,
it's the character's fault, not yours.
I was checking my like wins to loss ratio. I'm nearly like 50-50.
Okay, look, if you can peak diamond, not in diamond, peak diamond. I don't know. Well, you get to do a sisters episode.
So I don't get to do one until I don't get to do one
until he hits diamond.
Unless I hit diamond this season, and if I don't, I can never make a sisters episode.
Well, I guess the next season of Rivals, if you hit diamond.
Yeah. Well,
I guess I'm gonna do it this season though.
This season though.
This season.
I actually have a.
It's got to be this season.
I actually have a reason to grind this. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to?
Warhammer.
All right. This is the Warhammer part of the podcast.
In the grim dark future. Oh shit, we already did that one.
In the grim.
All right, we gotta restart.
Future.
Anyway.
Okay. We've been playing a lot of boarding actions.
Shit ton.
And we've got opinions on it.
Play what, like 5 games?
The
in
new
past
boarding
2 weeks?
actions from 10th edition.
Is it 4 or 5 games we played in the past like 2-3 weeks?
3. It would be 3.
It would be 3 exact games. Because we did. Well, here's the layout of the games that we played.
Yeah.
We played a free for all between me, Ethan, Brodie, and our Eldar friend. And then
we'll be introduced soon.
Big Andrew with the Eldar. Let's go.
And then a couple days later we played a game between Ethan and Brodie, and then a game between me and Andrew. On the same day. It was a really fun.
The same day.
Couple of days. It was the day of boarding. We called it.
The day of boarding.
The day of the boarding.
It was. The games were very interesting that day.
Well, me and Ethan's really wasn't. But.
So what was funny about me?
Ours
and
was kind of
Brodie's
unfortunate.
Is that
we learned a lot on how to house rule this though.
We forgot entire objective.
Right. Brodie left out an entire objective from Ethan's side of the map.
I was kind of just flailing, not knowing where to go because I just didn't have an objective on my side of the map.
That was just a fuck up on me.
It ended up kind of funny, but
what I think happened was I was looking for a thing to put as the objective marker, and then something happened and it distracted me, and then I just completely fucking forgot about it.
And Brodie forgot to use his faction rule for the entire game also.
I was very drunk.
Because the Thousand Sons have not Cabal points and little spells to do, but they have like something else for
it's
boarding
like some
actions.
Weird like tug of war shit that actually ends up helping out the opponent more than it helps you out anyway. It's kind of a terrible faction rule.
Yeah.
But it is really, really funny. So
this is true.
Can't even be mad about it.
We'll have to try it in a game.
I love it. Well, we tried it in the free for all, and I think I gave in the free for all, we like the way we did it was like if I rolled bad and had to give out a command point, then y'all had to all 3 roll off for who got the command point.
Did that happen?
No, that did not happen, Brodie.
I don't think that ever came up.
I don't think we even talked about
happening.
It.
I think maybe you had decided that, but it just never came
well,
up.
That was
I remember it coming
well, I don't think we would have done that.
Literally getting 2 CP in the same turn.
Well, I don't think we would have done that because we were doing a by the books game.
True.
By the book.
We were doing it. We were doing by the book because we wanted to see.
We were doing the rules as written.
By the new book.
Yeah.
Because we had played 9th edition boarding for so long.
Or did we just give all 3
adaptations to work with 10th edition rules?
I don't think it ever came up. I don't remember.
I specifically remember giving Andrew a CP at one point.
I don't know.
Anyway, either way, it's a dog shit rule, but it is funny.
There was a fun moment in the free for all game where me and Leo made a grand alliance between the Imperium and just did not attack each other while slaughtering elves and providing meat shields against Thousand Sons and killing Thousand Sons and getting locked into combat with Thousand Sons for way longer than I thought I'd be.
I got fucking destroyed.
That dude I used as cannon fodder.
Yeah. Leo's just kind of Leo's shit just kind of exploded.
I took the game by like 60 points or something.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And I used.
I think
Leo's
I came in
cannon
last.
fodder for just straight up. I abused that guy.
Yeah, I think me and Andrew tied at like 30 or something. Ethan had like 70, and then Leo had like 5.
It was a gigantic victory for the Adeptus Custodes. All things considered.
I almost made.
There was one unit of 4 wardens that just sat in the middle and held 2 objectives at once, and it kind of fucked everybody.
It was shield. It was a sword and shield guard.
What were the wardens doing though?
The wardens were in that was in a different game that I brought wardens.
Oh, you didn't even bring the wardens that game?
No, I don't think I brought wardens in that game.
You didn't bring wardens.
No, I brought. Did I bring Alaris?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
you did bring
I brought
you literally because we were laughing
sword
about how you
shield
had
guard, and I brought Alaris
2 units,
and I had something else.
Two.
That game was especially rough because we brought out the Zephyrim for the first time in the boarding actions. And they immediately exploded because
filed them in a straight line out
and
of
then
spawn.
and then they just got shot to pieces by Dire Avengers.
And then Andrew's turn is right after Leo, so he just walks directly out of spawn and just puts them to a firing squad.
In my defense, I thought they were more sturdy than they were.
Bro, that's Dire Avengers, my dog.
Well, here's the thing. I thought my Zephyrim were I thought they had some sort of roll advantage on their thing for saves, but they did not. So they had to hold like 24 up.
Yeah, that was cool. They died like 3 times over or something.
Yeah, they died. It was like one.
There was one guy
like
left.
All 5 died.
No. One guy was left.
Yeah, one guy was left after that whole thing.
Oh,
but then he died as well.
Then the Scorpions charged it, huh?
Oh, it was craziness.
Yeah,
that's how they got over there. But then I absolutely demolished them with a firing squad of sisters.
There was like
good stuff.
12 sisters all shooting bolters. Just yeah,
I didn't really
that hallway was
use
brutal.
Stratagems at all.
Well, yeah,
your stratagems are
terrible.
Yes,
dude. Custodes have
unusable.
The worst line of
do you have like a picture of your stratagems so we can like talk about them? Because I don't think
we can throw it up.
Yeah. Throw it up on the.
Yeah, we have it. Like, we'll show you the stratagems right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so.
I'll pull up my my detachment as well, so we can like discuss them.
I got you with the airdrop. I mean, totally. Looking at the screen.
Yeah,
because
we
are
just stare at the screen.
We're digital people.
Yes,
we're digital podcast people.
So organized. Look at us.
Yes.
But I know the Thousand Sons stratagems are also really bad. But like, there's 2 of them that are really funny.
Tua.
But there's a couple that are super funny at least,
straight
while
up,
sucking. But
the quick overview: Custodes stratagems. You can make until the end of the phase, you can make a pilot or consolidation move, ignoring walls or other models for the purposes of determining which enemy units are visible. I don't know. Just very specific.
And which detachment is this one?
This is the Custodes. So Custodes has 2 detachments. One of them is Custodes, and the other one is Sisters of Silence. This would be the Custodes one, and it's got some just all right ones. The movement phase one, 2 of them are in the movement phase. The other one is that you can move through enemy models or other models, just straight up. You can move through other models, not enemy.
Which is like.
So that's cool.
So that's enemy and
friendly. Yeah,
it just
which
says
is
models.
cool.
It's cool.
Oh,
but
wait!
like
now that you mention that, you know what you could have done in our game? Instead of re-rolling that charge, you could have piled in through the Blade Champ with the Wardens. You could have done that and absolutely annihilated the Terminators, huh?
Probably so, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, dude, that game is we have to just play a different game because
Yeah, we gotta replay
we
that
played
one.
we played
We gotta re-rack.
yeah,
That one.
Ethan
wax
got.
did not
I
go
don't.
well.
I don't say this lightly. Ethan got washed in that
Yeah,
game.
and that does not happen too often with the Custodes. It's
Well, yeah, it's kind of hard for them to not just like stat check whoever they're playing against.
I at least like
But like he failed like
Things
one.
above T3. Oh no.
Yeah, he re-rolled something. Or he re-rolled a charge because he actually couldn't quite make it into the fight with the pile-in. And, yeah, basically, he re-rolled the charge, and he failed it on the re-roll. And it was like, we were all just sitting there like, oh, damn. Well, that sucks.
Well, Andrew was behind us
this thing for
sleeping.
the like moving through other
Yeah,
models.
Andrew was passed the fuck out
Brodie,
on the couch.
This moving through other models is for normal, advanced, or fallbacks.
Oh, so it's not for pile-in.
Yeah, for pylon, it's ignoring stuff for visibility.
Okay, never mind then.
So,
I guess
so
you
no,
couldn't have done
it
that.
wouldn't have really.
All
Come
right,
up
yeah,
with
so
that.
he was still fucked.
Believe me, I was staring at these stratagems.
That's true.
Trying to make these things
We did
work.
sit there for like a solid minute.
Yeah, neither one of those would have helped. Like the one thing that I do as an army, which is charge things. So that's pretty worthless. Artificer rounds, I get sustained hits on shooting within 6 inches.
Woohoo.
It's good. It's good enough. Fine. I mean, boosting shooting is fine enough. Last one is when an Alaris charges. The
Alaris
enemy that
only, by the
gets
way.
charged must take a battle shock test, subtracting 1 from the result. Good enough, I guess.
Well, you can stop interruptions with that.
I
but
can
so-
stop interruptions. I can stop them using like a stratagem, but I'm probably just gonna kill them if the Alaris actually get the charge off.
Yeah,
Especially if it's something that can fit into a boarding actions map.
yeah, like whatever, like
Alaris
just,
are overkilling just the fuck out of anything.
yeah, like how many things, like
I mean, that's a T7 Terminator with the same old custodian.
how many things that are allowed in boarding actions at all are gonna survive a charge from what 3 Alaris?
Yeah, like 3 Alaris.
Like maybe Gilliman, and that's a maybe.
Like, who bringing Gilliman boarding? Like,
An asshole,
yeah,
some
Well,
dickhead.
I don't even bring Trajan in boarding.
really.
I don't think I've ever brought Trajan in boarding.
I don't think you. I don't think you have
I
either.
think it's legal to bring Trajan. Though.
No, I know. I
Yeah.
just
I just don't think
don't
he
bring
has.
them. I like to just bring like just my own characters. I don't know, just like a blade.
It's
champ
just
or
way
something.
more fun, man.
Yeah.
I love my Alara Shield Captain Ramses. He's the goat. That dude is a motherfucker in the boarding crusade.
Except for that one
Oh,
time.
my
Except for that
lord.
one time Harlequins like
He's
dev
immortal.
wound bombed him that like a year ago. That was funny.
Yeah, but ever since then he has gained the most OP items, and he is just immortal straight up.
Yeah, it's pretty
The-
crazy.
Crusades are so crazy.
Y'all's
The
game.
RPG gear is so nuts.
Yeah. The boarding crusade was fun while we were doing it. I think we all just kind of ran out of steam with it a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
we just
I still have the
schedules
story
just-
cooked up. We just have to get back to
yeah,
it.
schedules just crumbled on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was only like 4 of us really playing.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Well, Matthew was turning up a good bit for the boarding.
yeah. I don't
Crusade.
think. I mean, it was just a matter of
Good old
organizing
Space Hulk
it
fighting.
and having actually just setting aside the time in the week to actually do it and
Yeah.
get everyone over and just plan things ahead and whatever. But life just kind of gets busy sometimes. Warhammer's hard to
Yep.
it's hard to meet for physical board games and stuff, but it's great to do whenever you can. So
Yeah. But going back to y'all's boarding action game, it was interesting to watch how, like, missing objective aside, how, like, interesting that game sort of
Whoops.
ended up, just in general.
like with the mission of the disappearing walls.
Yeah, the walls disappearing.
So and
Yeah.
it conveniently every roll was basically like the most inconvenient wall, and that would just open up everything that was about to like.
Dude, I kept hiding from Ethan's
Yeah,
charges,
just right
and then
next
the
to each
wall would
other.
disappear, and it's like, oh shit! Now we're staring right down the barrel of 6 custodians just walking at us.
Like I'll just move a little bit down the hall. Brodie's right around the corner, and then the wall disappears, and now I have like a 1-inch charge to make.
Oh, I made it.
So yeah, it basically ended up just Ethan's entire army trying to like box in the exalted sorcerer because I was
got
already so far
everyone
ahead
else.
on points that it didn't matter
The
points
points
wise.
were cooked.
So I just started sprinting away.
It's because I let him get my blade champ so easily.
Well,
Like,
the blade
I
champ wouldn't have
handed
died
him
if the
that blade
wardens made
champ.
the charge.
Yeah, I handed him the blade champ. That was absolutely unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, me and Andrew's game was also quite interesting.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think I was too drunk by that point. I do not remember much.
Do you remember some of it, Ethan?
You and Andrew's game. I must also just been drunk, honestly.
So, what happened was me and Andrew were in a. Andrew,
I remember now.
yeah, Andrew looked like he was running away with
Straight
it.
up,
So
I
the
fell asleep. Just lore. I fell asleep directly after y'all left. I fell asleep on the couch with my jacket still on.
Oh yeah. Like he might have made it 15. minutes.
I like
Maybe 15
Like we finished that game. I was out of there in like 3 minutes.
Like no, you and Andrew shot the fuck out.
Like denim jacket. I'm on the couch.
You were cozy as fuck.
Ethan pulled up Twitter for like 2 seconds and we were like talking about
Socks
something.
on.
And then this
I don't
man
sleep with socks on.
I have to.
I don't like sleeping with socks on. I like letting my.
Your toesies breathe.
Well, yeah, I like letting them wiggle around. I don't know. I wore socks at a Boy Scout camp to sleep, and I woke up the next day with like the most disgusting pruny feet, and ever since then I just will not do it. Like my feet. Like,
Was it because
ached.
of the
It was so
socks?
bad. It was because of the socks. It was so hot at the camp.
Oh well, that's why.
I mean, yeah, that's why, but
it was
I just won't do it
traumatizing.
again.
Yeah.
It was traumatizing.
Fair enough.
My feet were so raw.
So the mission, the mission that me and Andrew played was it was like a mutual. It was a synergistic game or a symmetrical game.
It was a symmetrical game.
Yeah, you did
What was
Where-
the name of it? I don't know. It has like 2 giant open rooms though in the middle.
Oh, it was the fucking the pressure zone one.
Yes,
yeah, the one
where
where you can.
So the lore of that one was
Hull breach.
Yes, that's the one.
the lore of that game was my sisters somehow made it onto a Harlequin vessel that was heading towards the Black Library.
Transporting some data books and scripts
some books
of
and
some kinds.
Books and scrolls and
So the Harlequins finally
Parchments.
find out that the sisters are there, and they're like,
Little
"Fuck, we're
data
in the
chambers."
webway." So we the like depressurized zones we flavored as the wraithbone of the ship opening up because of the webway and just people getting sucked out.
Just incredible.
It
stuff.
was tragic because my Palatine, who was at full health, died instantly.
Instantly. It was
just
so
fucking deleted.
fucking
Didn't even get to
funny.
play the game. I think it came out and shot its plasma pistol once and whiffed.
Did
Yeah.
like a Harlequin die at the same time as that?
No, the Death Jester lived on one.
No,
Death
everything
Jester-
but the Death Jet. Everything but an Eldar died.
True. The Death Jester lived on like 1 wound after that
Yeah.
ejection.
And it was at one wound
but
forever.
the Palatine got sucked into space forever.
Sucked into the webway.
Into the webway, bro. Just
Annihilated.
probably some kind of creature now.
Can only imagine what the Drukhari did after they picked him up.
Yeah.
Man,
Turned
that
into-
Palatine is ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh.
But
Rip.
that game between me and Andrew looked like Andrew was running away with it for a very long time. And I thought I was going to lose that game.
Leo was doomer pilled, absolutely black pilled.
Well, okay,
in
so here
round 2.
But thing is,
Yeah, it was literally a round
top
2.
of round 2, bro was black pilled.
Dude,
just
Leo was sitting there like,
doomer.
"Oh, bro, this is rough.
He
This
was
is
like,
cooked."
my life, it's over.
Bro, I was looking at the score the whole game because I was the scorekeeper.
But that's because the Zephyrim had died early. And it wasn't fun that the Zephyrim had died early because I keep wanting to see them go off. I bet you wanted to see them go off too, though.
I did too. I didn't think that
yeah, they just got deleted.
Andrew doesn't tell me which one of his stuff like shoots well, so I just kind of have to guess what
no,
he's
no,
doing.
I feel like
all right,
you've
look,
played
the
him
Harlequins-
enough times, though.
the Harlequins.
Well, they're
all have the
differently
same
painted
fucking-
every time we
You know,
play.
the Harlequins are all the... okay.
They're all the exact same. He has 3 units of Harlequins. They
You know
all do
what?
the exact same thing. He has the Death Jester that has a sniper
Well,
rifle.
hold on. The Harlequins as a unit can run 3 very different guns. And you can have like almost as many different guns on the random guys. And he does kind of spread the like random guns out. Does he use a bunch of different shooting profiles on the unit?
No, he only uses the only extra shooting profile he uses is 2 of them always have fusion pistols. And the rest of them are just the regular.
Well, it's just I can't discern them because they're always painted something different every time, and I like, and I'm just like I can't comprehend what this is right now, and like what I need to do to throw in front of that. Because at least with like Custodes and with your stuff, I can kind of tell. Like
my stuff is
they're not all samey.
My stuff is like 90% WYSIWYG.
Listen,
what you see is what you get.
I'm glad that Eldar are getting a refresh because maybe I'll be able to tell the fucking difference between models.
Well, okay. To be fair, Andrew kind of Andrew's got like half proxies.
I mean, you are facing a proxy army most of the time. It is mostly just a communication issue. You guys just have to chat more about what's on the table, I guess.
Okay, but with the Harlequin specifically, that's not really an issue because Andrew always runs just the pistols on the Harlequin, just the pistols and like the 2 fusion pistols on each squad.
But like I can,
and they always have the Harlequin blades, which is the strength 4 AP1 ones.
I don't know. I'm never tapped in at that point. Like Harlequin melee, I sleep.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the Zephyr just died. The Zephyr died really early. Well, all but one died really early.
They got pistoled to death.
I'm like,
goner.
They have 5-up invulns, which is
Borfine.
Like, it's better than most of the army, but like,
yeah, it's still sisters.
Still sisters, and plus I
1 wound.
I cannot make a 5-up to save my life. Like.
Unlike Andrew and his 4-ups.
Get me to roll 6s. I can roll a lot of 6s.
That little elf boy can roll some 4-ups.
I swear to God. No, don't ask him to roll a 3-up.
Do not ask that dude to roll a 3-up.
He will roll a 1 on like half the dice.
Dude, no, like for some reason when he's rolling his hit rolls, it's like, Eldar hit on 3-ups, right? This man rolls 1s and 2, like will literally miss half of his things. You ask him to roll 26 4-ups, he will maybe fail 4.
It's crazy.
It's actually kind of insane.
It's the most insane thing I've ever seen because it's such a specific amount of luck.
It's very specific. Very calculated luck.
It's like
I will never forget. There was one time I was playing against him with my Thousand Sons, right? And I think it was like my burning chariot. Shot him with like the flamer profile on the exalted flamer, or like the 2d6 like strength 5 whatever. Andrew had to roll like, I think it was like 7 or 8 5-ups to save a squad, and he only dropped 1. It was actually insane. Like he should have died like twice over mathematically, but this man rolled like literally only failed 1 save and lost 1 guy. And I was just sitting there like, oh well. And then his what are the fucking the wind runners? Is that what they're called?
The
wind sky runners, sky something like that. Then his unit of bikes drove up on my burning chariot and punched it to death from half health.
Dude, it's so funny because his bikes are always equipped with the wrong guns, but it doesn't matter because they will
just
whip
charge
their shots
something
on anything
and punch it.
They always will charge something and just punch it. It's not
it's
not the shining spears.
The first time I played against
just the regular bikes. It's the regular bikes with punches, and they're just punching shit to death.
The first time I played the bikes, I demolished them second turn.
He rolled like 3 6s and over to hit with multi-melt to Overwatch.
Matthew's Imperial Fists. I distinctly remember the Terminator squad deep striked, and then Andrew's bike squad charged them, and it was just so funny. It was just so funny what happened.
The way Andrew plays those bikes is like, it is one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
He's got the heart of the cards. I don't know.
Heart of the cards. Because
like he knows in his heart that he has to roll 4s, and he knows he can do it.
There's an assumption that they're better.
It's like fucking Yu-Gi
bikes, and I love it.
Andrew just has like crazy plot armor sometimes, and it's hilarious.
But
anyway,
going back to our game,
task at hand.
At the end of turn 3, I think it was. Mm-hmm. I had 3 units left, and with that being said, 3. I had 1 Battle Sister, 1. I also had
1 Battle Sister and the Canoness.
And
the Dialogus.
And the Dialogus. So I got all of them. It was just them 3 left. It was the Battle Sister with the Heavy Flamer, which is important.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, because it was one battle sister left.
yeah,
too.
one battle sister, and succeeded on the battle shock. Every time. It was the Canoness, who I was just basically making her a point monkey, and then same thing I did with the Dialogus, which was proxied as my Hospitaller, which I'm going to buy Dialogus very soon.
Huge.
Finally. This man been bitching about Miracle Dice rolls, which, to be fair, his Miracle Dice rolls are pretty shit. And we've been like, dude, just get a Dialogus. Please just get a Dialogus. You have 4 1s. You know how nice a Dialogus would be to have right now?
Do that. Dude, just get the Dialogus.
Just get the fucking Dialogus.
Well,
We've been telling them this
here's
for
what pisses
literally
me off,
years.
though.
They
They changed...
9th edition.
Here's what pisses me off. They changed my Miracle Dice. They changed the way it works.
Twice.
They keep changing dice.
They changed it again, and they made it worse.
Hey, at least
GW
not like
hates
Andrew.
dice
Man,
manipulation.
they took away the Eldar Miracle Dice and boarding. It's so
Fuck
funny.
'em.
It's so funny. They get like one
Nuked
reroll
it.
per.
I had ones that...
something.
So it's not even just one free reroll. It is once per battle round. They can use the command reroll stratagem
For free.
for 0 CP.
That is so weak.
Which is so unfortunate because and it doesn't even specify that you can use it again. Like you can use it even if like CP reroll's been used this turn or whatever. It's like you dead ass just can't. You get your one shot, bro.
It's crazy.
It's bad. It's bad.
crazy.
So I had those 3 units left in that game. Andrew had his Death Jester and I think one other model. Oh wait, no, there was an entire squad of Harlequins that just were stuck on a point. Like they
they
didn't
got
move
locked in because of the way the pressure zones worked. It
locked
all
all the way on the far
on
side
the far,
of the map.
on
right.
the far right side of the map.
Yeah.
I opened a door to kill the Death Jester with the Heavy Flamer sister.
Stopping it from being able to scan the data or whatever the fuck.
I nuked it.
Reading the
and
books.
then it gets to Andrew's turn, which is the top of the round. We roll. It gets depressurized. Happens. We roll, and it's the one in the middle, which wouldn't really matter because there's which you think wouldn't matter because there's not people there.
Yeah, there's no one in it.
But the other thing with the hull breaches is that every door in that space closes if they're opened. And that
locked.
saved my one battle sister from dying. And so the Harlequins just got stuck, and I ended up squeaking out that victory.
Dude literally got stranded.
Literally won by 5 points because Andrew was because Andrew couldn't scan that point anymore because he already scanned it in turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got locked in that compartment, so he could only score the 5 points. And because of all of that, Leo was able to scan one of the 2 points on the outside, or both of them.
He needed to re-roll one of his saves for his solitaire because he had 2 CP, and he just
then
did
Andrew
not
just
re-roll
didn't
the
do it
save
for
on the
some reason.
solitaire.
He was hoarding CP that game.
He was just
Dude,
taking
Andrew
it home
finished with
him.
4.
He was taking it home with him.
Dude, you cannot take them
You
home with
cannot
you.
take the CP home with
Hey,
you.
bro, Andrew better not roll
It's
up to the
not
next
going
boarding
nowhere.
action
Those
and be like,
command points are not going nowhere.
bro, you don't get
Use
you
them.
don't get VP for each CP you have
Just
left.
waste them.
Bro.
Use CP rerolls every turn. Who cares? Sporting actions. Your stratagems suck. You're playing Custodes. You use CP rerolls the whole game, and your body is a machine that turns
Counter-offensive.
ones into CP rerolled ones. Flash the
That's why
meme
you use
up.
counter-offensive instead.
My detachment for that game and its stratagems were really fun. And we started... I think I played with them during the Boarding Crusade, and I liked them there. There's a lot of shit that I can do now with an actual boarding action detachment, because playing with the ones from 10th edition book is just it's impossible to do anything with stratagems. I was really only CP re-rolling because nothing else would come up. Bringers of Flame at least had the detachment rule that was pretty fun, where I could advance and shoot. But it just really is nice to have actual stratagems that pertain to the game.
Dude, I can't even sticky objectives in Custodes.
No, let's get into what changes
they
we're
took
making.
away the ability to. They gave everyone an action to sticky objectives in boarding actions, and then in my rules it just says Custodes cannot sticky objectives.
Yeah, it very specifically says Adeptus Custodes
Adeptus
faction
Custodes.
keyword
Oh, it's
cannot
so
cannot
fucked.
use the secure site tactical maneuver. which
so
is like
cooked.
like fuck off, man.
Oh my god, I can't do any.
The
So-
man got 2 units on the battlefield.
I got 2, maybe 3 units on the battlefield, bro. Oh,
He's
I
got a grand
2
total of
units and a
6 models.
character.
He's got a kill team out there.
I've literally got less models than your kill team
Speaking of
on
bad,
the battlefield.
Speaking
Whoever's
of
listening.
speaking of bad boarding rules, let's get into like kind of what we change or what we have talked about, like not liking and liking.
Okay, doorways.
Yeah,
doorways,
bro. Oh my god.
Doorway.
Am I
Every
gonna
door.
explain this?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can go for it.
The like every single. So as those of you who are boarding aficionados like us know, doorways get opened at the end of the movement phase, right? So even if you have like, so if your whole army is
So basically,
stuck,
you walk up. You
Yeah.
take a unit. You walk up to a door, which is like on these walls of the maze that is the boarding map, and you say, "I'm opening the door."
they're
but
stuck.
yeah, but it takes the whole damn movement phase.
Yeah,
So like it greatly limits the
'Cause, like, we
movement
had-
of every army. Every army, like everyone was affected by it except for like maybe Andrew.
well, Andrew has a specific like his faction.
Andrew
or-
being Eldar.
Yeah, the what's it called? The detachment rule for one of his detachments is that for the cost of 2 inches of movement, they can just open the door and keep pushing, right? But in boarding, typically we found like we knew this rule was kind of cooked from the moment we read it. Obviously,
We
And
read it, and
Obviously,
then-
it was like this in 9th edition too, but we just ignored that. Or actually, when I explained the rules to everyone else, I ignored that and we played it our own way anyway. They actually never even knew this
Our
was a thing in
own
the original.
adaptation of the rules of doorways is
Yes.
when a unit finishes its move and says it's opening a doorway, that is when the doorway is opened. So basically, the strategy is that a character will walk up to a door, open it, and then a unit will all run through. It is
Or just a
very-
unit walks up and
It's very
Or
fun.
or the
Or
alternative.
units- Yeah,
It's a much more streamlined way to play
that's kind of just our meta game of how we play it.
because it's just so awkward to not open a door when you get to the door, because like what is stopping you from opening the door?
they gotta like fight with the fucking they gotta beep 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 boop boop. Oh shit, that's not the code
Which
to
was
open
it was pissing me off because I'm like,
we got it now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we're stuck here.
It's like
fuck, we ran out of movement walking.
it's a lot more intuitive to just go, like just make the game keep going. It gets us
Well, then you have like weird
into
spots
the gameplay. It
where
gets
it's
us
like-
into the gameplay more.
like no one's able to even see each other until turn 3 when we do it. Like if you do
True.
it like that.
It takes forever to actually get near your opponent.
Dude, like I remember it was very in the free for all. Leo's entire army got stuck in the same fucking corner of the map because he got stuck having to wait until the door would open.
I had to wait until the door was open,
Literally
and my models kept fucking dying, so I didn't have other things to open the door.
True.
So like the model I would want to get through had to open it and then wait another turn to move through the
Yeah,
door.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Like Leo's models didn't get like besides the Zephyr squad that just kind of died at the beginning. Like Leo's models literally didn't affect the game until like turn 3, and the stuff that did get out was just he still had half his army stuck on the opposite side of the map from where all the fighting happened. So like Leo genuinely only got to use like 200 points of his army that whole game
Pretty much.
because he all got shoehorned in the same room.
For ride. Something that we forgot about in the free for all that we did.
Or
in
we just
the
did. I don't think we
later
read
games.
it.
Yeah, objectives.
I think I read it and forgot to mention it.
Objectives are 1 inches instead of
1 inches of
Yeah,
engagement.
we definitely played it with 3.
And Ethan
totally
might not have
did
won
inches.
that game
Ah,
as
he would have won.
well,
Ah,
not
no,
as
no,
not
that
as
was-
not as badly.
Not as bad.
Well,
I would have had to
you
just
You
work
didn't
things.
let me finish.
I would have had to just work things in a different way, but I probably would have gotten a similar result. Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
no, it was there was it was.
But you might
that
not have
was
won
one.
by like a
Yeah.
factor 40.
Yeah. So
But I think
in
we're
boarding, it's supposed to be 1 inches of objectives. We did that for the next 2 like 1v1 games that we've been talking about.
I personally liked it.
I liked it, but
I also like it.
I thought 2 inches would. I don't know. I'm curious to house rule 2 inches. If anyone's curious to.
I'm
try
down to
that.
try it. But
I'd be okay,
Like we
too.
discussed, it's like one of those things where to be on in a space hulk, if you're on an objective, you're like right on top of it, like fiddling with the, like for example, like for like we. Anyway, we were or oh yeah, because like you're basically like, or for the mission that Leo and Andrew played, right? You have to or where they have to read or we flavored it as reading books. I mean, you can't read a book from all the way over here.
True, but it's like not everyone on an objective's doing the objective. They're just like they're supporting.
Yeah, they're just
really.
like they're like keeping watch.
Yeah.
Post it up. But yeah, to me the objective is being held like if you're on the same tile as the objective.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the 1 inch ends up measuring out to anyway.
Yeah.
Is if
There
you're
was just
on the
there was
same
just a lot
tile.
of awkward movements that I had where I was always short like 1 millimeter
or like
from the
Andrew.
objective. Like literally,
There's one
like,
really bad
genuinely, that entire game, I was always off by
one, like half an inch.
like a millimeter or a centimeter from objectives, and I'd be like, oh well, fuck me.
Then there was the game with Leo and Andrew where the same thing happened to Andrew twice, where Andrew would have been able to scan an objective, and I think would have actually ended up winning.
I think 1 inch like makes sense like thematically. It's just that like 2 inches makes it, I don't know, just more doable.
Yeah,
But, like
Makes it
3
more
inches,
streamlined.
3 inches
3
is
inches is
definitely
way
like
too much.
very easy. Three is so easy.
2 might be the sweet spot.
which is why I'm willing to try it out.
Yeah.
3 inches works in the other style of boarding actions that we play, where we play like kind of like 600 points.
Yeah.
Armies at that point.
Yeah, we played
on the
pretty big
board
armies earlier
with a bunch
on.
of crusade attachments on them and shit.
We also this is a specific thing for like 3-player games or 4-player games, but the fight back system in those.
Oh,
those-
it was
in
so
those
Oh
bad.
yeah, that was annihilated.
There's no fight backs.
Which
in
is
in
the
3-player
dumbest shit
or
in the
4-player.
world.
So the person whose turn it is will just do
They're
melee
like-
combat.
Do their charges or their previous fights.
Like they'll just do their fights, and then they'll in their turn, and the next person will just be in that combat or something. I don't know. Like
Yeah. So the way it ends, the way it works is you don't like you can only fight in melee in your own fight phase. So it was like we ended up in like a really weird spot where Ethan ended up tied up. Was it Ethan or Andrew? I don't remember.
dude,
Someone ended up tied up with cultists for 2 whole turns.
Oh,
it
Andrew's
was 2 whole battle rounds.
Some of Andrew's Harlequins got stuck tied up with cultists.
That's
for
what it was.
2 whole battle rounds before. I think I just charged in and just wiped them all out with Alaris.
Yeah, and then the Alaris got stuck dealing with some like just regular Rubric Marines as well for like same situation where they just
No, that was the guard that got stuck with the rubrics.
okay, because I know someone ended up leaving the Rubrics on like 2 Marines left.
Yeah.
They punched back, obviously did nothing in return,
Yeah.
and then everybody was just stuck there for
And then
that.
we were just stuck there.
Everyone
bro.
was just hard stuck,
that it just felt
just like
like
Tyler and Bronze.
it annihilated. Catching strays on the podcast. There's no way
Love
he's
you, Tyler.
even
Not
making
even
it
here to
this
defend
timestamp.
himself.
There's
Tyler,
no
I'm
way
gonna buy
he
you a
even
beer
heard
at some
this
point.
part. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what we're just gonna be doing it how.
Yeah, we're throwing that out.
We're
How
throwing
we
that
did it
out.
in the Boarding
Gone.
Crusade, where everyone does the fights that they have on their turn, and people can fight back if it happens. But not any other
Basically,
fights that are
common
engaged
sense
that aren't
fight
your
backs.
turns.
Yeah, the
Like,
way we did it is like
You'll fight back if you just got fought into.
Yeah. So like let's say there's an ongoing combat with Rubric Marines and Harlequins on one corner of the battlefield. There's another ongoing combat with Harlequins and Sisters on another corner. And then some Alaris just charged some Scarab Occult Terminators in the other corner, right? The Alaris will fight the Scarab Occult Terminators like normal. Scarab Occult Terminators are going to fight back into the Alaris. But the Rubrics aren't going to fight the Harlequins and have the Harlequins fight the Rubrics, right?
Yeah,
Like-
because it would be the Custodes' turn, and the only thing that's relevant is the
Yes.
Thousand Sons fighting back into Custodes.
Yes.
Whatever
it's-
the Harlequins are doing during the Custodes' turn is
just
not
make
relevant.
it more relevant because
It just has to make sense. As long as it makes sense and everyone likes what they're doing at the
Yeah.
table at your house, then
The rule
Yeah,
as it
probably right.
the rule as it is in the
Everything's
book is truly
By
like
the book.
it's
By the
terrible.
book. Dude, this is why we don't follow the Codex Astartes.
It is the like it just
That was
makes
heretical.
it makes the least sense.
Of the Hangout variety.
Shut up. That rule makes the least sense in this type of game.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, it's to save time. What we do in like our home ruled stuff, our homebrewed stuff, it takes honestly it takes about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just we just or no, okay, so it's not like a timing thing. It's not a balance thing. It's just more fun, man.
It's just more fun.
God damn it.
It can take till 3 in the morning to finish the game for a giant 4-person free-for-all. But
we're still
But
having
that's
fun.
fun.
But that's goated.
We're having
And
fun,
beer.
and we are not all sitting there around the table wondering why the fuck Ethan Zalaris can't just fight back into the goddamn
why can't I
rubrics.
just stab that guy? He's
Like,
just punching
he's-
me, and
he-
he's like...
He punched me. Why do I have to wait 4
That's-
minutes?
He's such a lower life form than me. Why can't I just stab him?
Like, bro, like, could you imagine a situation where, like, a custodian just gets punched in the face by a rubric?
and then
Marine
he just stands there
doesn't even
mean
have a
mugging
fucking
him.
body. It's just a soulless, or like a set of armor with a soul in it. Just punched a custodian in the face, and the custodian just sits there and goes, "Huh."
Can literally hear how hollow the punch was.
Yeah, there's the
Boom.
Like,
then
it's literally
the
echoing for a few
custodian's just sitting
seconds.
there like, "Huh," and then
Huh.
and then you have like some fucking Harlequins
Well,
boxing.
custodians-
The
He's
Alaris
just
is just
looking-
pondering how to kill this guy.
Custody's just looking at his watch, just waiting for his turn. Like, okay, the Harlequins are done. The sisters are done. Okay.
It's like sitting there like when you're playing Final
And
Fantasy.
knife.
It's like when you're playing Final Fantasy and everybody on the screen is just standing there.
It really it turns it ruins the immersion so much, and it really does make it
Like,
more.
nah, they're just punching each
it
other.
really
at the
does
same
feel
time.
like you're just playing with plastic
It-
at
it-
that point.
It makes it feel very like
it feels
try hard.
gamey and not a.
Yeah.
It feels gamey and not like a fucking thing going on.
It makes it feel more board gamey
Yeah,
and less war gamey.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a
'Cause,
problem.
like they're
I've heard.
fighting. They're not just
It's-
like
yeah, it's
rubric use close combat weapon.
yeah. It kind of feels like
and then you have to wait for 2 other Pokemon battles to start. You have to wait for, but like it's like that. But if you had to wait for 2 other Pokemon battles to take their turns before you could take yours,
just
Harlequin
incredible
use
things.
Eldar blades. The opposing sisters of battle fainted.
and then
Loaded.
the Eldar attack the Custodes, but the Custodes are fighting the.
Adeptus Custodes Guard Squad use 25 melee 2-ups.
Oh!
Strength
Adeptus Custodes
7,
hit more times than you attacked with.
AP2.
Youch!
Let's go. AP1.
Custodes use pick up the opponent's models.
Yeah. Oh, I landed my charge. Pick up your squad.
Yeah,
bro.
just fucking
just
pick
pick
it up.
up the squad.
I
I mean, we can do
I
the
could
rolls.
take
It'll be
it.
funny. You want to see how many times your unit dies? It'll be 3 times over.
If
the
you're
amount
lucky.
of times Andrew says to me, AP 6 to my Arco Flages, I'm like, doesn't matter. I said it every single time he gave me an AP.
Okay, to be fair, you did the exact same thing to
You
his
tell that
Harlequins
to his
immediately
Harlequins.
after.
His entire Harlequins are just on like
All
fours.
4-up invols. They're all on demon saves, brother. Or
Did
they're
we-
all on Zinch demon saves, rather. I found out recently that apparently not all
demon saves.
I thought it was an all demons thing, having 4-up invols. Apparently, Nurgle and Slanesh and Corn
That's
demons are
hilarious
all on
because
5-ups.
you always call it classic old demon saves.
I just say demon saves, and turns out no, it's just Zinch demons that get that.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah, we have is that all for the what's it called, for the home?
Oh, well, we had Grotmas.
Oh, we did do the Grotmas game.
So me and Leo did a Grotmas game. It was 1,000 points, which was kind of cooked.
That was a bad decision.
And I did the Custodes one, which is the Dreadnought detachment. But
Y'all should have gone up to like 1250 or like 1500.
but I
or
only
something.
own 1 Dreadnought, and so because everyone bought all the fucking other Dreadnoughts, everyone else in the world bought all the other Custodes Dreadnoughts. Fuck all of you Custodes players for not leaving 1 for me on the web store. One I would have. I it didn't even matter. I would have bought the Talamon. I would have bought it. Like if that was
Finally.
available, like I would have just gone for it. But y'all didn't.
But
do
you
anything
had to
for
be
me.
greedy.
Y'all got greedy. Anyway.
Big and greedy.
Anyway.
And my Grotmas detachment was I can make certain types of units righteous, and they gain extra like movement and objective control, and I think another thing.
Wait, they get all sorts of little boosts.
Yeah,
they-
if they're
they're
righteous.
So Leo gets to pick sisters units that just did some performative activism on Twitter.
Awesome.
They really dunked on that. I don't know. I thought
They
I had
really
to go
put
by
soup
the-
on that painting.
Yep, that one.
incredible.
Yeah.
We
Toss
had
the
a
soup on the
we had a little
moles.
adjustment for house ruling my Grotmas detachment though. We gave my Land Raider the ability to become a character the same way the Dreadnoughts could, because I have a little guy sticking out of the top of the Land Raider.
And like
Thank
it would just
Commander
feel it would just
Claudius.
feel
Thank
bad
Commander
if
Claudius.
it would just feel bad if Ethan couldn't have another character.
No, what's hilarious?
Exactly.
What's
And
hilarious
he
is
was
that
the
we've
warlord.
talked
It was
about ways to
incredible.
homebrew. We've talked about ways to homebrew making that same Land Raider a character somehow, and like we've talked about like, oh, let's just like tack on X amount of points and just give it like the captain stratagem bullshit. You know the one.
Mhm.
Y'all know the one.
Yeah.
Or like just shit like that. And then this detachment came out, and we were all like sitting around. We were just sitting around the apartment when it dropped, and we were like, huh.
Perfect.
Perfect
And so then
way.
I just gave him the enhancement 5 feel no pain, and it's just like, okay, now he's got like a kind of a character save thing.
Which I don't think ever came up because I don't think I ever shot
never
it.
came
I don't
up.
think he
You-
shot the Land
yeah,
Raider
no,
a single
I-
time.
There were other problems that I was
I-
dealing with.
Well,
Quick-
also,
I
what did you
quickly
have that was
dealt
gonna
with-
even scratch the
Well,
Land Raider?
he brought a lot of Meltas.
Oh,
However, I quickly and very efficiently took care of every Melta on the board.
I
yeah, they
tried.
just kinda-
I really
he
tried.
Did try. He did try.
Leo actually almost won
He
that.
put up a good fight, but
He actually should have won.
he should have won on points.
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
I won in spirit though because I was just tabling him, but towards the end I actually won in points because while owning his home objective.
I can play the objective pretty well.
What's the name of the secondary?
In
Oh my god, your
literally-
secondaries
capture enemy
fucking saved
outpost.
you.
Literally in turn 5, Ethan pulls. So mathematically speaking, the
That
game was
crazy.
Like, it was actually
But
kind
I-
of over.
but I
it was
always-
like Ethan was fucked.
I
And
always
then he draws
own,
capture enemy
I
outpost.
always own Leo's home objective because I'm waiting to draw capture enemy outpost.
So he draws capture enemy outpost.
big
or, like,
8 points.
So Leo's entire army is pretty much gone except for like a unit or two here and there, and he's ahead so many points. But Ethan starts to slowly come back, or like just make the gap smaller because Leo just didn't have shit to hold objectives anymore.
Yeah, I killed his
And-
objective holding
Yeah,
stuff.
he literally just killed everything. And then we get to a point where it's like, oh, or I was sitting there like counting up the points, like, oh yeah, Ethan's kind of fucked here. And then Ethan draws capture enemy outpost, and I forgot what I want to say it was area denial or something. It was
something like that.
and that plus the primary put Ethan ahead by like I think it was 5. It was I think it was
It was
less than
by
10.
enough.
I won by like 4 or 5 points. It was
Yeah.
not by a lot.
It was
I
by
would have
basically
lost.
It was some bullshit.
I
were
would have
all-
lost by like
I was
like
incensed.
4 or 5 points or something. It would have been
Dude.
a tight loss, and it was a tight win, but
Listen,
it was huge.
Yeah, no,
It
like
was
literally
huge. It was
without
crazy.
drawing capture enemy outpost, Ethan would have straight up lost.
I don't
like-
think I was especially mad. I think it was just like that sucks.
Dude, I remember
Yeah.
laughing so hard. I could not even lie. That
It
shit was hilarious.
It was crazy.
Because like I thought I was gonna have a win in 40k proper.
Custody players, this is what the secret is. You get the Melta Spears. You get the unit of Melta Spears, and you get the captain with the Melta Spear, and it's the best unit ever, and you put it in the Land Raider, and you make the Land Raider a character.
And sisters players, I beg of you, don't send Morven Vol into a firing range with her Paragon war suits.
Do not-
They
Don't
will
walk-
not survive.
Don't walk
I-
straight forward into a Land Raider that has Godhammer las cannons and 6 dudes
I
that hop out of
straight
it
up-
with Meltas.
I straight up just
Turns
sent the
out that's
Land
very
Raider
bad.
as
They have
far as
4
I
up
could
invulns.
towards
I thought they'd
Morven
live.
Vol, and then I just sent all of the Melta Spears into the Paragons, just firing squatted up, charged.
Yeah, and it
up.
turns out the Custodes those Custodes with Melta Spears are still Custodes with Guardian Spears.
Yeah, it's still the exact same melee
It is
profile,
still the same fucking Guardian Spear melee.
But
Yikes.
yeah,
Very mean. Very, very mean.
Such a good squad. It's the same cost as wardens for like 5 wardens. You can't run 4 of them.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's
Damn.
250 for. Or I think they might have reduced it. I don't know. I might be unk on the points. I can't lie.
Yeah, who knows?
But it was 250 last time I checked. I could check again, but
That game was fun. I enjoyed the game, but like
My
my
main
stratagems for Pious Protectors didn't really ever come up because I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
have enough
250.
units for them to like matter as much as they did. Like I had units that like, I actually spent a lot of time crafting my list because like it benefited Sacrosants, it benefited Battle Sisters, and it also benefited Paragon Warsuits, which I was like very happy to see because like they get like special bonuses. They're the ones that get the righteous bonus, but you can make other units righteous. They
Yeah.
just don't.
yeah.
They just don't get the other stratagems involved with them. Sorry, I'm getting
Hey, look, carefully crafted list versus I'm Custodes, so that means 1 guard squad, 1 Melta squad, and 2 other things.
Custodes in a not full 2,000 point game, so you have like 4 options.
Yeah, I got like 3 things.
I think we should redo that in 2K points because I think
I would love to do that again with more dreadnoughts.
fair enough. I think I want to play someone else in a 2K point on the Grotmas one. Maybe Matthew.
Maybe Matthew.
Or-
Maybe Andrew. Andrew might have.
He got quite a few.
He got a Grotmas, huh?
Yeah.
He's got a whole codex come for like.
Oh,
stuff to play.
if I play
So
against
we
him
still
and
gotta
his,
play codex games.
if I play against him and his new codex, I'm playing Bringers of Flame. I'm gonna
True.
roast his ass.
True. Burn them down. Burn them elves.
Codexes are fun, huh?
Hey, Thousand Suns, buddy.
Sorry, Judy.
Look, Thousand Suns, buddy. It's coming this year. It's coming this year.
You don't have to wait
Oh,
that
thank
long.
God.
Isn't Guard also coming this year?
Guard just came out already.
Oh,
Guard had just
Yeah,
came out.
Guard already
is
out.
is Colin gonna get the book?
I don't know.
I think you should.
We'll be lucky if he finishes his current infantry squad that he's been working on for the past 6 months.
I mean, we'll just. I mean, I don't know. I have.
Oh, the
been
3 guardsmen he's painted are
particularly
beautiful.
So lazy on my painting.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I am. Oh my
Listen,
God,
we
I'm so
didn't
behind.
we didn't try hard enough to get him into the hobby. I don't think.
We just gotta.
Well, to be fair,
Get
Colin
him up,
Colin
get
just
him back
happened to
in.
get into the army that's the most annoying to collect.
True. This is true.
Even though it's the only army that Colin would ever play in a million years. That man's he's a turbo World War II nerd.
Well, he's also a big Zerg guy.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he
that's
likes-
true. He
does-
did
does
play
like,
Zerg.
He does like bugs and shit.
Well, yeah.
But
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. That's the second most annoying to
Yeah.
collect.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. But that's why I was kind of like poking him a little towards Gene Stealer Cold boarding because I think that has like
Oh, that's
potentially
right.
really
Oh,
fun
Colin
and
would
thematic.
love playing dude.
That would
And then
be
we could.
really fun and thematic. We could hit we
So-
could do visual.
Oh, yeah, we-
visual
we always put on the game soundtrack for like
For Space Hulk.
For the Space Hulk.
the old Space Hulk
The
game
old Space Hulk
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
And it just keeps flashing these old ass images of like Terminators in their funny ass positions that they stand.
and
in.
also
we
like
pose
these
as the models
Gene
from the
Stealer
original
cult
Space
guys.
and
Hulk
so
all
we'll
the
just
time.
stand like we'll just stand all
Like every
big.
time someone starts singing along to the song, yeah, we all hit boom 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 boom. Yeah, we all hit the poses of the Terminators in the original.
For sometimes
Wow.
30 seconds at a time.
Wow.
No, we all hit the pose until the last person to hit the pose finally hits one.
Yeah, last one to do it, and then we get to release.
Yeah, then everybody
Yeah.
steps out. Leo always hits one of the Gene Stealers.
I
Then
always
me and
hit
Ethan
Because
do
it's
two of the
so funny.
I
Terminators.
hit the fuck out of the Terminator.
Listen,
pose.
I know when I'm beat. I know when I'm beat on a stance. I can't do it that well. But I can be a weird Gene Stealer.
You
I
and
do the
Andrew are
Terminator
both
that's like
Gene
got the
Stealers.
assault cannon and like aim to the side. Kind
I
of thing.
am the most basic Terminator, but I sell it.
And then Matthew always does the one with like the arm out.
Yeah. I'm just going
Kind
for
of like the
it.
Gaz pose.
Kind of Mega Man. I almost said Mexa Man.
Mexa-Man?
Yeah, I almost said like I don't know, like
Yeah.
if there was like a Mega Man villain with a sombrero.
Yeah. Something like that. He shoots like beans instead of the little pellets.
That'd be kind of goated.
We gotta cut
That's kind of
that.
crazy.
We gotta cut that.
Dude, how long has this been going?
An hour.
Oh my god.
It's a genuinely Jesus Christ. We are terrible.
Well, closing thoughts on the Hangout Heresy podcast.
on it as a whole.
Which no, not yes, that's
It's ending.
we are retiring. We are.
It's been
old
a
as
good-
fuck, and our social security just hit.
It's been a great 8 months.
No, that's not dirt on it. Grow up.
Grow up.
Grow up again. Ugh.
So, ending thoughts on like Grotmas or
Grotmas detachment for custodies. Fun.
Grotmas detachment for sisters. Okay.
Grotmas
Huge.
detachment for Thousand Suns.
I think you said it was sweaty. Didn't you say it was?
Yeah, it is super sweaty. It's like, okay, so it's like one of those things where like looking at it, it's actually like it's really, really, really strong. However, I don't want to play it over the base detachment because
What
it
does
is
it,
just
what does it do?
lame.
As it's like a
It's boring.
detachment rule.
honestly I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I haven't looked at it in so long because I just fucking forgot about it.
Oh.
I read over it, was like, man, this is gonna go crazy in an RTT, and then never looked at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we know, I don't do those.
Closing thoughts on
Humphrey, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, what's Humphrey's thoughts?
Cat thoughts?
Cat
Humphrey.
thoughts.
Humphrey.
Great opinion, Humphrey.
Thank you so
Huge.
much for your input, Humphrey.
Huge input, Humphrey.
Appreciate you, bro.
So, final thoughts on the boarding action stuff. How do we feel about boarding actions?
Boarding actions as a
still
whole
goated.
is probably
Still the best way to play
It's
40K.
It's the best way to just have a Warhammer game and to do it more often. You know, you can't always do
It's
a big
more
game.
digestible way.
It is a super digestible Warhammer.
And like me and Ethan's
You
game,
don't have to come up with a super complex plot.
Oh, yeah,
for you and your
and
friend.
our
You
game
can
was like
still
an
come up
hour
with a pretty
20.
fun plot.
No,
Me and Brodie had a
y'all's
like
game
a
was less than
1.5 hour game.
It was
I don't.
it was
I
like-
think it was
an
less
hour
than
20 or
I
something.
thought it was less than an hour.
It wasn't less than
a
an
little
hour.
over an hour.
'Cause I
Or no,
thought y'all
once we
started at, like,
it
6:50.
probably was less than an hour, but it took us a minute to like
Yeah, we
counting
had,
the
like,
setup and
setup
stuff.
and
It was like an
stuff.
hour.
Because y'all
20,
started
hour
playing
30.
at 6:50 and it ended at like
The
6:50,
magic
7:58.
of the walls disappearing match is that, you know, while Brodie's doing his turn, I'm just disassembling the wall that just disappeared. So the pickup's even easier.
Yeah. Yeah, we did pick that up pretty quick as well. And we actually re-racked for Andrew and Leo's game really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it only took the time it took for me to go down the street to go grab some food and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had been at it for, like, all fucking day at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
I think boarding action is I think with some of the rules changes that we're going to be making, like 2-inch engagement, I think it's going to be a lot more fun. And the
Whoa, no. 2-inch objective.
Yeah. Not engagement. Whoopsie.
Engagement, objective engagement.
Yeah,
is what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah. Like
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Because engagement means like melee. That'd be crazy work.
Yeah, and engage 2 inches of engagement range is fucking ridiculous.
Well, I think
oh
some of my
Custodians just got worse.
Well, here's the thing. I think some of my stratagems say like within, I guess within range of an objective marker because I thought it was same concept. 2 inches of an objective marker to claim it. I think it's gonna make the game a little bit more fun than how we've been doing 3 inches because like that's kind of insane,
The 3 inches is pretty nuts.
especially for models with bigger bases that can like spread out between 2 objectives, perhaps.
Or like for let's say like the demons blue horrors, like you have a whole fucking
You have like 20.
like 10 dudes just all like strung out.
Yeah.
3 inches gets a little bit wild.
The shenanigans are so funny.
Yeah,
Sometimes though.
They really are.
that is true. Any other closing thoughts?
Any other closing thoughts?
Any announcements that we need to make?
Read Fall of Cadia. Read
Yes,
Fall of
now
Cadia.
start reading Fall of Cadia.
We do.
Read Fall of Cadia.
Yes.
because
Oh yeah.
in
Y'all
the
gotta catch
near
up.
In the near future, when this goes live, Fall of Cadia will be featured in one of our near future episodes after this episode goes live.
We gonna
Near
talk
future.
about it.
Near future. We'll figure that out.
And if you haven't
on the next episode after this one.
Yeah.
We'll figure out the exact time that we do that.
Yes.
But near future, super near.
Near future.
Yes. Fall of Cadia is going to be a goated read.
Within the season of spring 2025.
Yes, it'll be coming out pretty soon in terms of like our upload schedule. Actually, we should probably talk about like what we've decided to do.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually officially decided on something?
Bi-weekly is what we're going to try to do for a little while, and then if things get a little better for it, we'll try weekly. But bi-weekly is what we're shooting for, because we have we have a pretty good production schedule like lined up. And then more stuff is
trying to get these episodes out to you, big
ASAP.
Hangout fans, Hangout Heresy fans, all of you fans who sit on the couch with us here in the studio. We feel your
maybe
presence.
even with a beer.
You're in between me and
Speaking of,
Brodie
I need
on this
another
big
one.
couch.
But
One of you's on the couch with Leo on the couch in the corner.
Yeah, someone's with me on the cuck couch. We're both cucking it.
Like
Ayo.
someone's in between me and Brodie, and we're just absolutely clinking beers here. If you're 21 and over in the United States,
Yes.
we are clinking beers.
We are clinking beers.
Good ones too.
Yes. Local beers.
Well,
Yeah.
I think.
No
Shop
fucking
local, y'all.
Well, here's.
Coors Light.
Yeah, fuck
Do you
Coors
guys
Light.
smell something?
Ooh.
Oh,
It
wait. Oh,
smells
shit.
like
Oh,
a
yep, it might be
Brodie
burning.
meal
I think
time.
it's
Hold
time.
up. Yeah, it might be time for a Brodie
For
meal time. Let me make sure I
Brodie
didn't accidentally leave the
meal
fucking
time.
stove on or something.
All right,
Okay,
we
yep.
will be right back after a brief intermission. Stay tuned, everybody.
Here he comes.
Oh, okay, and it looks like Brodie's coming in with the plating for Brodie's meal time.
Brodie's meal time is directly in front of me right now. I'm looking at it, and he's grabbing the forks.
He forgot to grab the forks.
I don't think I've remembered to grab utensils a single time yet.
Maybe not one time. Did
Nope,
you
not
remember to
last
grab
time.
Utensils?
Yeah, we're doing some Brodie's meal time. This looks amazing, by the way.
It's time to dig in what we have in front of us.
Brodie has once again made food for the
Looks
crew.
like noodles with meat on top of it and a sauce.
And another circular thing. That might also be meat, but like I can't.
Brodie, if you'd like to describe your meal time.
All right. Yeah, anyway, I couldn't find the spot on the mic I'm supposed to talk into.
Remembering the mic.
Yes, sir. We got the mic here. Anyway, so I made a beef stroke me off. I mean, the stroganoff.
I believe you called it the Brodie stroke me
I
off.
remember it was the Brodie stroke me
Is that what we call on this one?
No, that's what you called it.
You called it Brodie.
I do
stroke
not
me off.
remember saying this. I was not the first one to say this.
I think you were.
I don't think I was. Anyway.
We'll leave it up to the fine folks at home to decide.
Yeah, who do you believe? Ethan and Leo or me? I'm the trustworthy one.
Okay.
I don't know if that's your.
Oh, I'm Brodie, fair and balanced.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm Brodie. I don't even remember what we did last time.
Bro, look.
Brodie don't even remember what we did this fuck.
It's one of those days.
But
Brodie
yeah.
doesn't even remember what we did this episode. Brodie, what did we even talk about this episode?
Dude, you can't do this to me. Bro, we talked about Warhammer, and then we continued to talk about Warhammer,
Yeah.
all right?
All
That's-
sorts
we
of
did do that.
Warhammer things.
We did talk about a lot of Warhammer today.
Ooh, the spice is good. I like the.
But,
it's
yeah.
a little kick.
It was a nice
Yes.
kick.
So we got a whole bunch of heavy cream, got some mushrooms, a whole bunch of herbs. Just like if you can think of an herb that's green, it's probably in there. And just some I want to say it was chuck. I took some sliced chuck and just seared it off, seasoned it up obviously. Seared it off, set it to the side, and then like when I was right about to finish with the pasta sauce itself, I threw it back in, cooked it the rest of the way. Yeah, I'm about to try a bite. We'll see how Brodie did today.
Let's see how Brodie did on Brodie's meal time. Because I've never had Brodie stroke me off, but I'm
You've
glad
never
that I
had
had
a
it.
Brodie stroke me off?
No, and I'm glad that I did it.
How much did you drink that
I
night?
love to have Brodie stroke me off.
Oh, yeah, Brodie, I'm gonna have to call somebody. Oh no! Splatter of beat Brodie stroke me off on my computer screen.
I'd say this is a rousing success of a Brodie mealtime. Very good and filling.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty,
haven't eaten
pretty
today.
down with this.
So
Brodie,
this is
what are we rating this?
For the first time in Brodie Mealtime history, I think this is gonna get a pretty effing good.
ooh.
Out of 10. Or 5. Have we been doing
It's
5
out
or
of 5.
10?
It's out of 5.
Out of 5? Okay, out of 5. See, I can't even remember my own ratings.
It's-
Anyway, that's
It's good enough for you to. It's good enough for you to like imply cursing, but not to actually curse. Pretty effing good. I think I'd give this like a pretty good out of 5.
I'm remembering like 20 seconds ago. I'm just remembering that Ethan doesn't like mushrooms.
No, I had to chew through a lot of fat, and the mushrooms are good.
Oh. Am I thinking of somebody else? Who knows, man?
I like mushrooms when they're cooked in a sauce, just not by themselves.
Oh, well, yeah, no one likes mushrooms by themselves except for me.
I don't have much of an opinion because I don't usually eat mushrooms. But yeah, what would you rate it, Ethan?
I thought it was funny one time. I went to one of those build-your-own burrito places, and
Sort of like a Chipotle sort of place.
yeah, and the woman at the counter making the burrito, I said mushrooms in the put mushrooms in, and she said, "Are they good?" I'm like, "What? Are mushrooms good?" And she was like, "Yeah. Are mushrooms good? Do you like that?" I'm like,
I mean, no, that
I guess. I mean, so what do they taste like? I'm like,
mushrooms.
kind of just whatever you put them with. I don't know. Like,
They have kind of a flavor, but like not enough. They taste like mushrooms.
I don't know. I was just kind of taken aback by that. It was weird.
Imagine having that's a weird time to like ask somebody if mushrooms taste good while you're putting them on their burrito. It's like, do you like them? No, I'm just asking for a friend to put mushrooms on my burrito.
I was about to say, like,
Dude.
can you put some mushrooms on my burrito? Do you like mushrooms? Nah, man, I actually fucking hate them.
Why would you even?
Why would you even part of
think?
self-torture
I
right
don't know,
here?
like, she wanted to know if they were, if mushrooms were worth eating. I don't know. Like, I had to convince this food worker who was putting the mushrooms on that it was safe to eat these mushrooms.
She was trying to find out if they were poisoned.
Yeah, it could be poison. It could be like in Mario where like you eat one of those damn like slightly discolored mushrooms and suddenly you get smaller.
Yeah, you go. Boop, 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 boop.
Or you just straight up die. Which
So,
Mario game is it where the poison mushroom just straight
The
up
poison
kills?
mushroom, like, it just like lowers your health total, I think. But Ethan, was that story your rating out of 5, or was that just an anecdote?
That was just an anecdote. I thought this was pretty good.
Pretty good out of 5?
Yeah, pretty good out of 5.
So we have a pretty good out of 5, a pretty effing good out of 5, and a pretty good out of 5. Well, we're going to continue eating. Thanks for hanging out with us once again at Hangout Heresy. As always,
Oh shit.
I have been Leo.
Dude, I had a whole bunch of meat in my mouth. You got
Hey, yo.
You had a lot of meat in your mouth from that Brodie stroke me off.
Yes, Leo. And a lot of cream sauce as well.
Mm-hmm.
Had to chew through a lot of meat and cream when I had Brodie stroke me off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could end it on that.
Nah.
I'm not even gonna outro on this one. I think we gotta just call it there.
Goodbye.